Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome indeed. So why are we here? One of you, my darling Fumi Nation, sent me a notice on Instagram in my DMs talking about a TikToker who lost their son, a 3-year-old beautiful boy, from drowning in their swimming pool. Let me read a little bit for you here. A TikTok influencer's 3-year-old son has passed away after falling in a swimming pool. Tik Chapman Kiser, son of TikTok influencer Emilie Kiser, 26, died in hospital after sustaining injuries during the horror incident. The fire department in the city of Chandler said the 3-year-old was pulled out of the backyard pool on 12th of May. First responders administered CPR after arriving at the Arizona property following reports of a possible drowning. The boy was taken to Chandler Regional Hospital in a critical condition before being flown to Phoenix Children's Hospital due to the severity of his injuries. He passed away Sunday afternoon, 6 days after the incident. Chandler police said, "Our thoughts and deepest condolence are with the child's family and loved ones during this unimaginable time. The investigation into the circumstances surrounding the incident remains ongoing. This is still an open investigation. Out of respect to the family's privacy, we will not be releasing additional details until the investigation is closed." It comes just months after she announced the birth of her new son, Theodore, or Teddy for short. She wrote in an Instagram post, "We love you so much, and our hearts feel like they are going to burst. I am so grateful for a smooth delivery, a healthy baby, and the best husband. Could not have done it without my rock. The love I have for my boys is infinite." In a TikTok post, her most recent, she wrote, "There's no word to describe finally meeting Teddy and finally getting to analyze every part of him and how perfect he is. I'll do it all over again, solely for the moment of Brady holding up our baby and announcing him to me. More to come. We have been soaking up every second of a family of 4. Apparently, she had left Teddy and Trig with her husband and had gone out when this incident happened. First and foremost, my deepest condolences. My deepest condolences to all of you. It's unfair to have all your dreams come true, to have the most perfect, beautiful boy, and Trig is really a beautiful boy, to have just given birth, and for you to go through this. I am so very sorry indeed. There are just no words. But Emilie, I want you to not blame your husband. To not think that if you were home, you would have done a better job. To think that you shouldn't have gone. It wasn't your husband's fault. It wasn't your fault. When things like this happen, we tend to go inward and we begin to blame ourselves and things that we could or should have done. It's not fair on the burden you already carry and the guilt. It's not fair. This could have been any other day, like so many days that you have had. You didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't his fault. Because I'm a mother, I know what it is to have sleepless nights and you're running on empty and you're a little bit delirious. I've been on the tube where I have missed my stop, and I was sitting there and I saw my stop, but it didn't register because I was deprived of sleep because we had just had Adrian. And it's new. As a mother, it's hard. It's not easy. And that's why I don't pretend motherhood is easy on social media, because it's a very false narrative. Was I over the moon? Yes, I am. Yes, I was. But it was hard. And yet, my husband took 3 months off for us to be together as a family. It was still hard. I was having breast milk come out from one, and the other I was struggling. I had an epidural, and so I was paralyzed on one side for about 3 months. But I will say this. Teach your children how to swim. Teach them how to swim from when they're babies. Because this could also have been in any other house. It might not have been your house. He might have gone on a play date, on a party in somebody else's house that had a pool. I'm a huge advocate to having swimming pool covers. Have them. Make them mandatory if you have a pool. Because children have no sense of fear. They don't know fear. All they know is love and happy. Teach them they have to put their floaters on before they get into the pool. Make it a weekly thing that you do together so that he knows, Mama, I have to put my floaters on first. You have a beautiful son, Teddy. And in our African land, we say, one brother came to pave the way for the other. His time on this earth was his time. And I know that you will never ever get over this. And you should celebrate all of his milestones. The first day of school, I don't want to cry. When he graduates and you see other children his age, it will haunt you. But don't let it break you. And thank you, Father up above, that you've given birth to Teddy, who will keep your faith, keep the family, and don't blame your husband. Your husband is suffering. He is suffering. Hold each other through this very, very difficult time. My home, as beautiful as it is very simple, because I have a toddler growing out of that toddler stage, but still very, very young. And I'm sharing this story because I want Emilie to know that no parent is perfect. Not even us. We have high fences on all of the porches because children throw things out from the sitting room, from the playroom. They have no sense of danger. They watch cartoons. They watch Tom and Jerry, Dora the Explorer, and they don't know their cartoons. And they want to reach for the ball and they run into the street, they jump over the fence, they jump over the porch. just 3 days ago, Ula, Adrian and I were having family time. The nanny leaves at 6 p.m. and we were having family time until his bedtime at 8 o'clock. And he was running in and out of the sitting room, the playroom, and we were in my office because we have a big open space here so we can see into the sitting room. 2 days before that, I was in the playroom and I opened the door. I forgot to lock it. I forgot. I thought it was locked. And so while Adrian was running in and out, Ula and I were here. And we can hear him because he plays with toys, he knocks things around. And for a sinking second, for a daunting second, for the second that it occurred to us that we couldn't hear Adrian, Ula and I looked at each other and we just walked out. And Adrian was in the porch trying to reach for the fence. When we moved here, Ula child-proofed the entire house. Everything was child-proofed. The fences, and we chose his bedroom, of which I'll show you a picture, specifically because the window is raised high. And still, Ula,
Yes.
was it not 3-4 days, or was it 3 days ago when Adrian was in the porch?
2 days ago.
It was about 2 days ago, right?
Yes.
Accidents happen. I also strongly advise, in the initial days of having your baby, you are not yourself. Beg, plead for extra help, because not everybody is able to afford a nanny. That is one. One is not able to even trust nannies. It's very difficult to be able to afford a nanny. It's a different thing to be able to find a nanny that you can trust. Many of you know Maria, beautiful, gorgeous Maria. Maria is leaving. She's going back to Brazil after 3 years here, and I'm going to miss her very, 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 very much. She was like a second mother to Adrian. I trusted her. I love her. I'm going to miss her. And she was the best for Adrian. If you can afford a nanny, have a nanny. Look for a nanny. Recruit a nanny from a nanny agency. Have family around. Have friends around. I love England. When I had Adrian, we had nurses that came to me for the 6 months. They came about 3-4 times a week for 6 months to check on me so I could have a bath, so I could breastfeed, because Ula was traveling. My support system supported me. And I give that advice to every new mother, expecting mother. You think that you'll be able to handle it. You do not know. I do wish you the best. Every swimming pool has to have a cover. If I have a swimming pool, I will have a swimming pool where the bottom is raised to the top and the switch is high up by the roof somewhere for you to activate it. It is one of the highest rates for children and toddlers losing their lives. Highest rates. Toddlers are babies that can now walk around, run around, and a flicker of you turning around, and it changes lives. It changes lives. My deepest condolences to you. May beautiful Trig rest in eternal peace. Remember him always. And never forget him for the joy, the light that he brought to you. I am deeply sorry. Deeply sorry. My deepest condolences. Thank you very much to Fumi Nation for bringing this to me. I have brought it up before because the Nigerian singer-songwriter Davido also lost, I think, his 3-year-old son swimming pool drowning. Did not have his floaters on, did not have it covered over the swimming pool, and there were people in the house. But again, it just takes that one time. Teach them how to swim. Teach them how to swim. Because again, like I said, it could have been somebody else's house. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you sooner than later. All of my love.
And if I ever forget what matters most, if I am giving up the ghost, remind me, babe, and I will do my best to recall. And if I stumble and fall, if I make a mess of it all, remind me, babe, and I will do my best to recall. This city can be hard and unforgiving. You better know who you are. You brought me back to the living. You were my guiding star. And if I ever forget what matters most, if I am giving up the ghost, remind me, babe, and I will do my best to recall.